How's it going, everyone? My name is Mulder and welcome to our Rocket Arena gameplay tips and tricks Blastbeard beginner's guide. In this video I will give you a beginner's guide look into Blastbeard's 3 unique abilities and how best to combo them. Those abilities are his Rocket Cannonball, Charged Anchor, and finally his special ability Shockwave. I'll also tell you what 3 artifacts I'm running currently with this character that make him a tough tank on the battlefield. All that and more straight ahead. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for a lot more. I'll be doing a video on each of the remaining 8 characters, so be sure to drop a comment below of which character you'd like to see next. Now without further ado, let's dive into our Rocket Arena tips video on Blastbeard. Let's begin with Blastbeard's abilities and how best to use them. Blastbeard's primary attack is his Rocket Cannonball. The Rocket Cannonball has very limited range. It is best used in close quarters combat and medium range, but don't even try to use this at long distance. Because this is a cannonball, it will drop to the ground pretty quickly, so make sure you're trying to take a high aim when aiming at your target. The Rocket Cannonball can do devastating damage on your opponent, and it only takes about 3 hits before the opponent is in the red. The other good thing too about this attack is that it has decent splash damage, so if your opponent's taking cover, you can just blast them out of cover and kill them off pretty quickly. Now the next ability that you want to combo this Rocket Ball attack if you've hit your opponent at least 2 to 3 times is the Charged Anchor. The Charged Anchor, the longer you charge it, does more massive damage once it hits its target. You will have to be very accurate with the Charged Anchor, so I recommend that you close the distance on your opponent whenever you're about to use this thing. The Charged Anchor can kill off an opponent who only has about 25% left of their health. I've been able to take out opponents without even having to get them into the red once I hit them with this Charged Anchor, and they immediately fly off the arena dying automatically. The Charged Anchor is great to combo with your Rocket Cannonballs once you've hit your opponent at least 3 times. Now the final ability I want to talk about that will lead the charge for Blastbeard is his Shockwave. Shockwave has 3 primary uses. The first and the most basic one is the simple blast to knock opponents away from you when they're too close. This is what gives Blastbeard his use of being a tank and being a close quarters fighter. Opponents who have half health to a quarter health will automatically get knocked into the air and oftentimes be knocked KO'd once they get hit by the Shockwave attack. Definitely try to save this attack and try to get at least 2 enemies caught in the blast by charging at them as soon as you can. You may want to try some flanking maneuvers to get the best results out of this. The second use for Shockwave is stopping you from falling out of the arena. Because of Blastbeard's size, he's easy to spot halfway across the map. And also because he's a tank character, don't be surprised if a multitude of characters start attacking you all at once when your teammates are too busy trying to help you out. The way to stop this is not only try to dodge their attacks, but the moment you're trying to fall out of the arena, activate your Shockwave and it will immediately stop Blastbeard from floating away. Once you activate Shockwave to stop yourself from falling out, try to either jump back to the arena or you simply use his rockets to bounce off the walls and get back into the fight. Shockwave is a great recovery tool in these situations. Now the third best use of Shockwave, you can use it as a barrier. When Shockwave is activated, it cancels out all incoming rockets and even special abilities heading towards Blastbeard. So in games like Rocket Ball or Treasure Chest where your ally has the item and you're trying to protect them, use Shockwave to shield them if multiple opponents are bearing down on you. I've used Shockwave as a barrier to cancel out incoming powerful attacks towards my character when my health was really low and I needed to make a quick retreat. Shockwave is easily the best ability Blastbeard has in order for you to get out of a jam. Now as I mentioned a few times in this video, it's best to use Blastbeard as your tank character. This guy should be leading the charge along with Izel whenever you're on the offensive. One of the best combos to use against an opponent that you're trying to take out is to close in the distance, use your Shockwave to bounce them away from you, then hit them a couple times with your cannonball as they're floating away, and then when they recover, blast them one more time with your Charged Anchor to finish them off. 2 Rocket Ball cannon shots, and then finally using your Charged Anchor at full power will automatically KO an opponent if you're able to hit them with all 3 of those attacks. Blastbeard should always be used on the offensive, but keep in mind that because of Blastbeard's sheer size, he's an easy target to be spotted, so make sure you're always being teamed up with another ally whenever you're trying to lead the charge. Having a fast support character like Rev or Top Notch to back up Blastbeard, you'll be an unstoppable team together. Now all these abilities are great, but let's talk about quickly the artifacts you can attach to Blastbeard to make him even more powerful. The artifacts I have attached to Blastbeard so far help to reduce the incoming damage he'll be taking, increasing his dodge ability, along with boosting his damage. The artifacts are, starting off from top to bottom, is the Hunter's Idol, which the damage and impulse taken are reduced, which really helps a lot whenever you're taking on multiple enemies at once. This artifact alone makes him a desirable tank character. His second artifact is the Cold Snap Locket, which his dodge distance is increased, allowing him to dodge much easier and able to get you back into the fight much quicker, which is very handy given the size of this character. And the third artifact is Boom Bit. This artifact automatically increases his overall damage output every time he KOs a character for a short bit of time. This artifact alone, I kid you not, allowed me to get not only double KOs from time to time, but also triple KOs because this guy can seriously do a lot of extra damage thanks to this boost. And in modes like Rocket Ball or Mega Rocket, where multiple enemies are usually kind of crouched up together, this ability is absolutely essential to use when you want to get multiple kills at once. Using all 3 of these artifacts and the combos I mentioned earlier, you will be be an unstoppable force on the battlefield playing as Blastbeard. But definitely try to experiment with his abilities as the further time you get to play as this character. And that is a quick look at our Rocket Arena gameplay tips and tricks Blastbeard Beginner's Guide. I hope this video helped you out in playing as this character, and if it did, feel free to like, share, and subscribe for a lot more. The next Rocket Arena tips video I'll be making will be on Maneater. But as always, if there's a particular character in the roster that you'd like to see sooner rather than later, drop a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you at our next Rocket Arena tips video.